At the end of yesterday's episode, I had an offer to become England manager. I had to give myself some time to think about it, but I think I've made a decision. Welcome back to the video. Welcome to episode 21 of Bottoms Up here on the channel with Crystal Palace. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, all that sort of amazing stuff. Now let's get into it, because I ended the video yesterday because I needed some time to think about whether I take the England job or not. I've decided I'm going to reject it. I was leaning towards that anyway. One of the reasons being because I don't know how I make an FM series daily as England manager. We just don't play enough matches, and I don't really think there's going to be much interest in watching me play a couple of friendly matches during an international break and all this sort of stuff. The job offer itself, 125 grand a week, is amazing. And if I'm being honest, if this was real life and it wasn't a YouTube series, I would jump at the chance of being England manager. I'm pretty certain of that. However, I am also really enjoying time at Crystal Palace, and we're putting together a really, really good squad. You know, we've done amazingly well in the league last season. We've got Champions League football this season. I don't have any intention of going anywhere. To be honest, I've not even looked at any other jobs. I'm just going to reject this now. There you go. Reject contract offer. Yes, I've turned down England's job offer. Now, like I said, I don't even know what jobs are available. If we have a look in the job centre, and I mean, there's actually nothing there. There's no jobs there that I would want to take anyway. And in terms of any jobs that I would take going forward, just so it's sort of clear for the series, is that it would have to be a club better or bigger than where I'm at. I say bigger rather than better because, for example, last week we got offered an interview for the Manchester United job, and I would have taken that job because they're a bigger club. You know, if I went to Manchester United, that would be the last club of this series, because we would win the league with them. We would win the Champions League with them. I don't know how long it would take. I don't envision it would take too long, but we would win the league and the Champions League with them probably within 3 to 4 seasons. So if it's any club of that stature, you know, your Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, Man City, all that sort of stuff, any of the big clubs abroad, your Bayern Munichs, your Juventuses, your Real Madrids, clubs like that, then obviously I'd go. But I'm not going to leave Crystal Palace for a step down, basically. And most clubs now in this save are a step down from where we are. Obviously, if someone comes in and offers me £150,000 a week, then that might persuade me otherwise, but we'll have to wait and see. What we're going to do in this video, in terms of transfers, because this is obviously still the transfer special, you know about Calvo and Mikado coming in for 17.5 million for Calvo, rising potentially to 27.5, and Mikado for 1.6 million. Absolute bargain, that is. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to play through the rest of the transfer window, and then I'll bring you back ready for the first 2 games of the season against Leeds and Wolves, I believe it is. Yeah, Leeds and Wolves. So I'll see you on the 7th of August. Right, match day is here. Let's just go through the transfers. It's been really frustrating. In terms of the players that have gone out, Luka Killian and Sebastian Topic have both gone out, 4.8 and 4 million respectively. Mark Connolly, who's a promising youngster for us, he's got like 3 to 4 star potential, 1.5 star at the moment. We were offered 8 million, rising to 10 million for him. I thought, do you know what, he's not going to get in our team, so we might as well just make pure profit on the guy. So that's him sold. Kirkak, no idea who he is. He's gone out on loan. And Ismail Sabari has gone to Al Hilal for 40 million, raising to 50 million. Now, they did originally offer us 29 million, raising to 39 million. But I upped it up to 40, going on to 50. And thought, if you're prepared to offer me that, then I'll take it. He's 31 years old now, I think, Saibari. Yeah, 31 years old, turns 32 in January. We're not going to get a better offer for him than that. They were happy to pay it. We were happy to sell him. In terms of who's coming, you know about Calvo and Mikado. We've also brought in Lars Olsen as basically a replacement for Saibari. We get 40 to 50 million. We pay 7.5 or 7.25 million to Midtjylland for him. He comes in 2.5-star current ability. He's 2-star in that role there as the attacking midfielder, but he's got 5-star potential. And if you look at our squad now, it's a small squad, but it's a squad packed with 5-star potential players. I think we only have one player over the age of 30 in the squad. If we have a look at it, yeah, we've got Mohamed Sham, who's our backup, might end up being our first choice attacking midfielder, depends on how Lars Olsen gets on. He's the only player over 30. Then we've got Bradley Barcola, who's 29. He turns 30 in a month's time, just under a month's time. So 2 players, you might as well say, that are over 30, that are 30 years old and over. And we've got a very young team, we really do. So, yeah, those are the transfers, the ins and out. We've had 57 million coming in. We've spent 26.5 million. I just cannot find a centre-back that improves us on what we are at the moment. The ones that I can find are just astronomical amounts. We're talking 80 to over 100 million. There was one player we tried. We thought we was going to be able to get him for 65 million, so I was offering like 20 million up front with the other 45 in various different instalments. They came back, altered all the instalments and basically wanted 110 million for him. We can't be paying 110 million. In terms of finances, we have just dipped into the red. We were, a little while ago, we was like £12 million in profits. I don't know what's happened to all that money, but it's hemorrhaged somewhere. We do still have £42 million in the transfer budget with nearly £500,000 in the wage budget. So the money is there for a centre-back. I'm going to keep trying to find one because, like I say, when you look at our squad, it's better to look at it on the tactics screen. This is it. This is what we go with. And the star ratings don't look amazing, but the potential is there. I mean, Ortega's 5-star, Mensah is 5-star, Akasvatni is 5-star, Ollison is 5-star, Duchesnes, I don't know how, Duchesne, I think that's what I'm going to say, 5-star, Makado, 5-star. When you go into this side of it, we have Calvo, who's, I'm sure, no, he's not 5-star, Mahara, who's 5-star. I'm sure there's another person in here that was 5-star, but I can't seem to find him right now. But yeah, Mahara as well. So once Mahara comes in for marriage, when he's back from international duty, all of our front four will be 5 stars with a 5-star midfielder and a 5-star, potentially 2 5-star defenders. So we've got a lot of potential in this team. It's young. The aim is not to be winning the league this year. The aim is for a top half finish. If we do better than that, then that will be fantastic. But yeah, this is the team that we're looking at the moment. So if we look at the season preview, we're expected to finish 11th according to the season preview. Hopefully we can make another 1 or 2 signings which will push us up a little bit further and will add to what we've got at the moment. We don't have anyone in the star squad, although Kenta Mahara is voted as a favourite to win the Young Player of the Year award, which I think is awesome. It's the first time we've had that in this series. Dynamics is not as good as it could be. I mean, it's still very good, don't get me wrong. But I accidentally moved everybody into the under-21s and the club atmosphere just tanked. It was abysmal. Thankfully, I'll put them straight back in. It's now risen again and we're not doing too badly. So let's get into the first game of the season. It's away from home against Leeds United. And this is a team we're going to go with. We've got McKenna in goal, Mensah left back, Martin Fernandez right back, Bichiabu and Ortega in the middle. Very familiar back 5 there. Fernandez and Akasvatni in the midfield. Very familiar there. Duchesne and Maric out wide with Ollison behind Makado. That has changed a lot. Maric is the only survivor at the moment. Obviously, we do have Aurelio Calvo and Kenta Mahara, who are away on international duty. They'll be back for the next game, but whether they start depends on the condition they arrive back in. But it's disappointing having them missing. We haven't even assigned this poor chap's squad number yet. I don't give out number 13, so you can have number 21. And let's get into it. I'm quite nervous, because, like I say, this team has so much potential. If it clicks, we could be amazing. But if it don't, oh my word. Are you kidding me? 1 minute, 5 seconds on the clock and Makeda's injury. Potential upper body injury. Oh, you are kidding me. Right, Bradley Barcola, we'll bring you on. You are supposed to be a striker, even though you've not really done it for us since you joined us. I don't believe that. Have you ever had an injury quicker than the second minute, like 1 minute and 5 seconds? Because I think that's the quickest I've ever known an injury to happen. Ball's bouncing about. Duchesne picks up the loose ball. We lose control of it, but Ortega brings it back to Duchesne. Oh, and Antonius Duchesne with his first goal of the season. A goal on debut. The 5-star wonder kid. Oh, is it going to click? I'm really hoping Makedo's injury is not a big one, because that would be such a shame. Because at 1.6 million, I think it was, we got him for. That was an absolute bargain. I just fear he's now going to be out for the rest of the season. Right, Leeds have the ball now with the highlight. They're working it around nicely on the edge of their box. They get a shot away. Oh, I thought I'd gone in then for a minute. Gone over the bar. It's a goal kick. Right, we have the next highlight. Duchesne with the ball into the box. Leeds clear it. And now they can counter-attack. We need to make sure we're getting our shape. They go back, which suits us because it enables us to get people back. We win the ball back. Here's Ollison. Goes to Bicciabu, to Fernandez, to Duchesne, Mensah. Oh, what a ball for Barcola. Oh, Bradley Barcola. You should have been scoring that. That was a great ball from Mensah. Barcola now with the corner. Puts it into the box. And I think we committed a foul there. There's a free kick been given to Leeds. I mean, we've been the better team. We've not had as much possession as I'd like. But we are the one that's looked the most threatening, and we have the goal. 3 minutes to add on at the end of the first half, and that is all she wrote for the first half, folks. 1-0 up. Go out there and give the fans their money's worth. I'm happy with that first half performance. Let's keep it up in the second half. Let's get another goal or two. Highlight starts with Leeds, building up from the back now. Espinoza. They're coming down their left. This is good play, but we win the ball back. Goes back to McKenna. I hate playing about like that. I know it's a modern way, but they've still got it. Oh, they've hit the woodwork. We are our own worst enemy there. We couldn't get the ball away. We couldn't keep it when we did. Barcola's having a nightmare. He's on a 6.4 now, 6.5. I mean, I'm going to be substituting the substitute. Lars Olsen's not having a great debut either. I think the game's kind of passing him by a little bit. And I think what we'll do with 63 minutes basically gone, we'll take Olsen off for Sham. And Akasvati can come off for Zahuri as well. I really want to give Akasvati the playing time that he deserves, because we're not going to realise his 5-star potential if he's never playing. I don't know what that McKinstry was doing, but running along, clapping the air while he's chasing the ball. Leeds are looking dangerous here. If anyone's going to score, it's going to be them. We win the ball back. Zahuri to Sham, gives it to Duchesne, to Barcola. At least doesn't lose it. It goes back to Kwaku Mensah. Duchesne to Mensah. To Bicciabu. Zahuri. Sham. Back to Zahuri. We're passing it around. We're keeping it. We're not losing it. That's good. Here's Martin Fernandez. Oh, Martin. I would have preferred you to try and find someone, to be honest. Right, Martin Fernandez with the throw. Gives it to Ortega. That's not going to be a penalty. When they're there, they're very rarely penalties. I'll be very surprised if this is a penalty. Oh, it is a penalty. Right, who's on penalty? Because Mahara's not playing. So, who? Oh, Mohamed Shah. Right, we want him taking the penalty. He's scored already. He's meant to be the best we've got. I mean, you look at that. We are rubbish at penalties. We really are. Hopefully I've caught it in time. Duchesne will step up for the second goal of the game to make it 2-0. And he's buried it. Antonius Duchesne, a brace on debut. You can't ask for much better than that from a player on debut. Right, free kick comes in, partially cleared. Maric picks it up on the right to Zauri. Oof, couldn't quite fall to one of our players. Mensah picks it up to Bitshiabu. Back out to Mensah, gives it to Fernandez. He's going to go back to Bitshiabu. Again, we're playing it around. We're not really progressing anywhere, but we are playing it around nicely. And here comes Mensah now. Can he get the cross in? He can to Sham. Mohamed Sham scores. First goal of the season. It's 3-0 to Palace. And this has been the perfect start to the season. We're going to make some substitutions. Fernandez can come off for Finley-eyed. And Mensah can come off for Barco because they're looking particularly knackered. And this has been an awesome opening day of the season for us. We're dominating pretty much every stat. Possession, not quite so much, but it's not too far off. This should just be a end of match highlight because we are 30 seconds over. Oh, they've got to score. I hate dirty sheets. I don't know why you're grabbing the ball and running back. You're going to score another 2 goals. There you go. It's full time, 3-1. I will complain about the lack of a clean sheet because even in pre-season we weren't keeping clean sheets. We were winning 4-1, 5-1, 3-1. And that's going to become annoying. Right, Chelsea have beaten Sheffield Wednesday 9-1. Mudryk, Fofana, Baldanzi, 2 for Evan Ferguson, Anderson, Penman own goal and 2 for Enzo Fernandez. What a start to the season for Chelsea. Arsenal winning, Liverpool, Man City, Man United have lost to Newcastle. Enough about all that, we don't really care. Let's get into the next game against Wolves. We're going to be at Selhurst Park and hopefully we've got Calvo and Mahara back. Game day, let's get into it. We've got Wolves at Selhurst Park. Chelsea, by the way, after a 9-1 win away from home against Sheffield Wednesday on the opening day of the season, have followed that up with a 7-0 win against Ipswich. I mean, granted, they've had Sheffield Wednesday and Ipswich their first 2 games of the season, but 16 goals, that's making a statement to the rest of the division. I mean, look at that goal difference. A goal difference of 15, the nearest is Reading on 3, or Liverpool 4, I suppose. Man United have also beaten Sheffield Wednesday's second game of the season 5-1. So if you're Sheffield Wednesday and you get your fixture list and you see you've got Chelsea at home and Man United away as your first 2 games of the season, I think you're going to be a bit concerned. In terms of transfer news, if I take you to my inbox, Feyenoord made an offer for Valentin Barco. In total, it went to about 35 million. Yeah, £35.5 million. They were prepared to pay another £6.5 million after 20 games and 29 million up front. He had no interest in joining them, but was prepared to enter preliminary discussions. I rejected it because I don't really want to sell him. But if they come back again with an offer of between 40 to 45 million, then I'll probably accept it and just see what we can buy in the transfer market in place of him. Again, going back to his age, he is 28 years old, and Calvo and Mensah are ahead of him in the pecking order at the moment. So let's wait and see what happens. Let's get into the game against Wolves. There are a couple of changes for this team. Bradley Barcola is out injured. He's picked up a hip injury, keeps him out for 7 to 10 weeks. So let's take him off and we'll bring Barcola in there and swap them over like that. My bench has to look a certain way. Macedo's out for 4 to 5 weeks. It now says 2 to 4 weeks. He's got a torn back muscle. So thankfully not as bad as what I was hoping or as what I feared it was going to be. But yeah, let's have a look at the teams. We've got McKenna in goal. Calvo comes in for his debut at left back with Martin Fernandez at right back, Bitshiabu and Ortega in the middle. Fernandez and Akazvatni in the midfield. Duchesne and Mahara returning out wide with Ollison in behind Alan Maric, who moves up front from the previous wide right position that he had in the last game. Let's get into it. Hopefully we can continue the form we showed in the opening game of the season. Mauricio Pochettino, manager of Wolves in 2032. There you go, Chelsea. He won't be with you forever. Let's get into it. We're at home. Wolves did win their first game of the season, so they got off to a good start, but we should be better than Wolves, and we do want a win on this second game of the season. Just a really good start. It's really nice when you can start a season with 2 wins. So hopefully the boys can deliver today. In front of a full house here at Selhurst Park. Not much going on by way of shots. There's not been a single highlight at the moment. Martin Fernandez has picked up a yellow card. Wolves have had quite a bit of this first half on the match momentum chart. Right, it's a corner for us. Mahara takes it, whips it in. They kind of clear their lines, but Duchesne picks up the loose ball. He's running into the box, pulls it back from Fernandez. Oof, Akasvatny, and it's gone wide. I thought Akasvatny, I can't actually remember Akasvatny ever scoring for us. He may have got 1 or 2 goals last season, but I don't recall it. Right, we have another corner right at the end of the first half. Mahara to take it. Come on. Aims it in. Comes back to Mahara. And he's shot wide as well. That was pretty poor from our Japanese wonder kid. Our original wonder kid. We owe Wolves, after what happened in our last match, go out there and get revenge. I don't actually know what happened in our last match. I presume we lost. If our assistant is recommending we go for revenge. Right, Alan Maric is not having a good game up top on a 6.3 at the moment. So we're probably going to look at substituting him shortly. Wolves have been no threat at all in terms of our goal. Right, let's put Duarte up the top. We'll just make the one change for now. Right, they have a goal kick. Dragusin, currently of Spurs, of course, now of Wolves in 2032. Right, Wolves are coming forward. They're going to make me eat my words of saying that posing. Oh, that's not a good ball, and Duarte's picked up the loose ball. He's in the box, and he's hit it wide. Right, Martin Fernandez with the throw-in. Ortega gives it back to him. He puts the ball into the box, and Mahara's headed it over the bar. We need to take our chances. I hope this is not going to be a running theme of the season. Dalla Rosa. Reasonable free kick. I think it might skim the top of the post. Right, we need to make some changes because we are not doing a great deal of it. Lars Ollison can come off. I mean, Mahara's not having a good game. Ortega can come off for Finley-eyed. Am I making a third substitution? I mean, Fernandez is being reasonable. Akasvatny is being reasonable. I think we'll leave it at that for the minute. There's not a great deal more we can do, to be quite honest. Right, Martin Fernandez with a throw-in. It's headed back to him. Gives it to Duchesne. Oh, it's gone wide. Right, we have another corner. Mahara will take it. He's going to aim for Bicciabri, I presume. Oh, I think it's either Finley-eyed or Bicciabri, but again, it's gone wide. I mean, the amount of shots we've gone wide with has been ridiculous. Right, let's go attacking, see if that has any impact. Because at the moment, this is a game we should have won. And we're not going to. There's 3 minutes to be added on. Not even a highlight. We've got attacking and not even a highlight. That is not a nice result. Good result in the first game, but 0-0 against Wolves. I mean, who knows? Maybe Wolves are going to end up winning the Premier League this season. That turns out to be a pretty good result. On paper, I don't think it is though. So, not happy for me. Right, Matriciano looks like he's on his way to Getafe. He's going to be going for 3.6 million. So that will add a little bit more to our transfer budget. I'll look to see if I can sign anybody else. I'll probably bring you back for the games against Reading and Newcastle. And by then we'll know if there's been any more comings and goings in the transfer window as well. So we play Tottenham, Liverpool and the Carabao Cup game off camera. And we come back for Reading against Newcastle. Or we might do Newcastle, Sheffield Wednesday, because hopefully there'll be quite a few goals in that game, even though it is away from home. Right, thank you very much for watching, folks. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, all that sort of stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.